Ladies and gentlemen, this is a little public service announcement for you. Did you know that crafting benches are spawnable blocks? I knew that in the back of my mind, but I happened to forget to place a torch when I put this one down, and so I just came up here to get ready for today's episode, and I had a creeper waiting for me. So, little word of warning: if you have a crafting bench and no other light sources, you've got a spawnable block. The more you know. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Soap the Great, and I am playing on the TooCrafty Vanilla Amplified server. How's everyone doing? I hope you are doing well. So, we are going to be continuing our long-term process of moving from that hobbit hole down there into the tower here. And a couple episodes we got that iron farm down over there. And then last episode we got this player elevator done. And what I've gone ahead and done off camera since then is set up a little area up top just above the AFK platform down below, which is, we'll go here, up into the right spot there. Yeah, so this is the Witch Farm AFK platform, and we can go on up and get to where we need to be for this one. And what we're going to work on here is putting together a solution for our bulk storage problems. Okay, so we've got plenty of cobble and smooth stone, we've got slime balls, slime blocks, various mob drops coming in automatically from different farms all around. We need a more automated way of taking care of those. So I am actually taking a design by Xade, another member of the TooCrafty server, and I am putting it into use here. So I already told him I was going to steal this idea, so before you get too mad at me, don't worry, I've already told him about it. We're getting some block lag there. It may or may not be my fault with what's going on the server here. We got a lot going on in this base, so yeah, we sometimes get some lag over here. So here's what we're going to do. Now I am working off of a screenshot, and I've got it kind of squeezed in below on my monitor because I've only got one monitor here. And what we've done is we've taken Xade's design and kind of reoriented it for the particular needs here. So he's got 3 wide, and it kind of fits everything in a 3 wide by 2 deep area. Mine is going, it just kind of turns that 180 degrees, so it's 2 wide, 3 long, or 3 deep. And what we're going to do, and we'll fit it into this circle arrangement. We're going to just take all of these cells on around, but I'll do 2 cells on camera with you just so you can see what I'm up to. Okay, so first things first, we need to get some of our blocks ready there, and we'll come in with stone brick stairs like so and like so. We'll go around behind like this, and then like this, back up, there we go, and then we'll pop up top here, and I should have put one more right there, that way we've got something to lean against. And almost done, almost done. Do that, and then we'll get rid of, we're done with that one. Bring in our redstone lamps. This is going to be an indicator light. Yeah, there we go, got that and that. Okay, so that's the front face done. Let's go on behind that and take a look at what we need to do there. We'll need that. We'll need one more of those. We'll still need that. Oh, builder's inventory. It's great. So this video is going to be coming out, I think the day after Christmas. So happy Boxing Day to those that celebrate that, and a very Merry Christmas to you, belated by a day. But you know, I usually don't get a chance to note those because I do these videos a few weeks in advance. In fact, this one is a couple weeks earlier than Christmas. So it seems kind of odd for me to be wishing you a Merry Christmas, but hey, we're still in the season. All the stores don't seem to mind to put up a bunch of Christmas stuff, so I won't either here on Minecraft with Soap the Great. Let's go up here. We've got that, and we're all set already for that guy. Let's put a piece of polished andesite just right here to show you what is going to be going on. And we'll come around like this. Put a chest right there and right there. And what's going to happen is that we'll put items into that chest like so, okay? And that gets drained into the hopper right here, okay? And now you can't see it. Let's put it into this one because it's a little easier to handle that one. So we'll drop that right there, excuse me. And we'll make another type of minecart. And we've got ultimately what's going to be infinite storage. So you can see our minecart that we dropped in there. And what we're going to do is put a chest minecart right there. And that goes off to the side above that hopper right on that rail. And so the hopper below this input chest points into any chests, minecarts with chests right there. And that gives us a bunch of storage, okay? So that's kind of what we're working on here, okay? So we'll have minecarts with chests, and so whenever one section fills up, we can just come back here. We'll have to dig through the walls a little bit or go up top, and maybe I'll make a little area to get to that a lot easier. Just like one or two levels up, you never know. We're not there yet. Right now what we need to do is just continue this concept on around, all the way around. What that's going to do is give us 32 bulk storage areas, and we should have just enough room right here. That was one of the reasons why I was so picky about where this thing was supposed to go. It's because we need to make room for that. So we're going to be coming out right there, okay? So you see it's kind of tight clearances right there, but once we get all the way around, we should be fine. But I'm going to continue this pattern all the way around. I'm not going to fill it in with the chest minecarts just yet because we're not quite there, and I'm not quite sure which items are going to go where yet. So we're just going to carry this concept around. If you've got any questions thus far, feel free to just drop into the comments below, but bear with me a little bit, and I am going to get the rest of this thing finished all the way around. I'll see you in a bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and I have completed all of the cells all the way around. And, well, unfortunately, we can see some of the redstone behind the scenes, but that's all right. I've also taken the time to do the center column area. So we're going to have an item elevator going right through the middle of that 3x3 area right there. And then we've got some chests here because this area, all this whole setup, the cells that we've just put together are for bulk storage, okay? So that's not going to take into account all of the items in the game. We've only got 32 spaces there, and that's going to fit most of our automatic farming stuff, and then leave a little bit of room for some extras, just in case we come up with something in the future. But this middle part is going to be where all the extra miscellaneous stuff goes, and we're also using the dropper thing. If you've been watching the Hermitcraft series, a lot of them have been doing droppers now, but the reason I'm doing that is because it is a solid block and it allows us to use the item elevator column as storage. Now, I'm not entirely set on item frames because I do know that they cause lag. So we'll see how that goes once we get things settled there. So yeah, we'll see once we get moved in whether that's going to be enough or not. And if not, then we'll just figure something else out. But let's come up here and let me just just give you a brief overview. You can see kind of what we did is just repeated that pattern over and over again. And you may have noted that we've got these blocks here, these redstone lamps, and you might be wondering, why in the world do you have those? Well, those are going to be for an indicator. Now, I said this is going to be for bulk storage, and we've got a bunch of automatic farms going, and that means that we need to keep in mind that we're going to have items coming here constantly. Okay, so it would be good to know whenever we need a new minecart in our infinite storage array. So these lights all the way around are going to serve as indicators, meaning that stuff is backing up into this chest, that input chest. And let me just show you what we're going to do on one of these real quick. If items back up into here, then that means that we can't add anything from the ground level, and it certainly means that nothing else is going to be going in from the sorting system that's going to be going into each of these. So we'll have hoppers going into the top of each of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a comparator output. Is that on the right block? Yeah. Into that block right there, and it's going to go into the wall. I told you that things were going to be kind of cramped here, and since we don't have any items in here, let's just put one of everything just to fill up that hopper below, and we can test to make sure we're getting the right amount of stuff. Is that it should be full. One more, and that will stay, and now we've got a comparator output. Okay, so what we then do, that should do, am I on the wrong one? I might be on the wrong one. So there's a couple things that are going to happen here. One, we need to get a sticky piston to go, is that the correct? Yes. So what we'll do here, boom, and then what we'll do is put another one of these just to show you what's going on, and then here and here. So that's on. We got a sticky piston like that, and now that light is on. Okay, so when we pull this thing out, the piston retracts and pulls the redstone block out of the way of that lamp, and the light turns off. So there we go. That's what we're going to do pretty much all the way around. Some of these cells are a little bit different, especially the corners here. We've got a little bit tighter clearance in this case, and that's going to be a little bit trickier, but we'll be fine. And then over on the other side, instead of this being on when the chest is full, we're going to have, let's see, how's this going to be? When the chest is full, then this thing will be contracted or collapsed, and when it's not full, it'll be expanded. So the redstone block will be right there when this thing is not full. But I'm going to continue that on all the way around because we've still got a lot to do in the rest of this episode. We've still got a sorter system to put in. Hopefully we will have time to get that done. So bear with me, and I will see you in just a little bit, and I'll show you the progress once we've gotten all of these indicator lights done. All right, see you in just a moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We are done with all of the indicator lights. You can see kind of how this one is. That this is the same one. Is that the same one? Yeah, I think this is the same one that we just did. And you can take a look at how each one is slightly different. So in this case, I'm using a 2 wide area and just bringing the signal up with some redstone dust. Over here, it's still 2 wide, but I'm just using the alternating redstone torches. Then over here, we're having to invert because the piston is on this side and then pushing the redstone block out of the way. And so when this one happens to fill up, we're going to get a signal that's going to turn that redstone torch off, which will then make this thing retract. So there we go. It's 3 different types of indicator lights, indicator circuits, and we are all done. Now, we still got to test this, but we're not really going to see this in action until we actually get things sorted into the storage system. So that is actually next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a sorting system with 32 cells, and it's going to go up above the ceiling here, kind of wrap around this center column. I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll just leave a link in the description box for you, and that's going to be Impulse's Overflow Protection Sorter. So you can take a look at that video if you want to know more about that, but I'm just going to get that done off camera, and I may also take care of a couple of other things just to get the progress going so that we can get all of this project done within a decent amount of time and still fit it into this episode. So hopefully you are enjoying thus far, and we will be back in just a moment, and we should have that sorter done. Alright, see you in a bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I figured it was probably time to bring you back because I've made a lot of progress. So when we last cut, I was going to be doing these sorting cells, and so I've gotten those done. You can see them. You can see this little contraption up here, right here. We've got 2 on each side for 8 total. Most of them have 4 cells. One of them has 3 because we're not doing 31 sorted items. We're doing not 32 sorted items. We're doing 31 sorted items because we've got junk. So in case we get stuff that just falls into the various item streams that doesn't fall into any of these other categories, well, it's going to fall into here. So we didn't need to sort that one out. It's just the default whenever it doesn't match anything. Okay, so as I said, this is a design by Impulse SV. It is an overflow protection sorting system. And let's see if we can get on top of one of them. I think, oh, let's, how about, nope, Ender Pearl. There we go. Alright, so we got 4 right here, and the item filter itself is right here, so we can see that one's for gunpowder and that one's for glowstone, okay? And all the way around, we've got, let's see, ranging from mob drops over here to some of the, well, lots of mob drops actually, over to cactus, pumpkin, what else we got? Reeds, watermelon, so some of the automatically farmable stuff over there. And then items that we get from mining, right? So that would be like smooth stone, just a little bit in there, and some cobble. Well, I've been using the cobble a lot. For all of these furnaces up top here, you can see lots of furnaces to make sure that lag isn't too bad. And yeah, so I've gotten sorting all done, and I went with sorters close to each set of chests here because I wanted to do that and not have tons of hoppers running all around to each little chest right here. So instead we've got the sorters close to the chests, and then one line of hoppers carrying items all the way around, and that line of hoppers is fed by the item stream right there. That's coming up from the witch farm down below and the slime farm over there, and then we've got another line of items coming in from right there, and that's from the mob farm up top. So yeah, we've gotten a lot done, and again, it just has to do with the way that my recording schedule falls. So I can record on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I can play often in the mornings, and there's a lot more time between Thursday and Tuesday than from Tuesday to Thursday. So that accounts for a lot of this work being done. Now, the other thing is that sometimes we are going to run out of room. Okay, so like slime balls, I'm probably going to run out of room, and we've got our what's it, indicator light to tell us that we are in fact running out of room, and I'm just chucking some items in because we're going to go down and see why in just a moment. But I've been getting a bunch of junk, filling up my inventory. And what else we got? There's some sugar there, and spider eyes, and sticks. So yeah, this is pretty much what it's going to be if I have to bring it up automatically. And I do have a bit of a storage system going up here. Yeah, there we go, right there. That'll go there. Glass. Where should glass? There's glass. And apparently I'm hungry, so you should probably eat. There's a couple more things I want to show you, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Right there. I'm going to come up with a better system all around here. You notice I pulled out the item elevators, and that is because I am really concerned about lag. We've got a lot of hoppers here. We've got a lot of automated farms. There's a lot going on around here, and especially with item frames, if we ended up doing item frames all over these, we're going to have a lot of lag issues. So I want to keep that to a minimum. We'll probably just go with signs, or I may just memorize where everything goes. So yeah. Next up, this side right here, this is the control panel. I did have one up top earlier, and I think I showed you that, and that was for the mob farm, but I never hooked up the witch farm one. Well, I'm not going to be spending as much time up there as I used to. I'm going to spend a lot of time here just gathering supplies or whatnot for the various projects that have to be done. And so I figure it's probably good to have the control panel here. So the mob farm control panel or control switch is right there. I'm not going to turn it on because it is a lag machine. A lot of pistons firing and a timer, and yeah, anyway, it's not good while I'm recording, and we're not going to get that good of rates right now anyway because I'm sharing the mob cap with Xade. But down below we've got the witch farm turned on, and I can show you that. But it's all one column. We've got a sticky piston behind here, and that's moving sticky or slime blocks up and pushing a redstone block, and we're just carrying that up until we get to a further line back there, and we're doing the same thing down but with the witch farm switch here. Okay, and maybe I can show you that, but I've got it pretty much covered up with what are those? Furnaces. Yeah, so yeah, you may not be able to see those. Over here I tried to match the design a little bit. We can't do a full block right there because we've got a chest and we need to be able to open it, and this is the trash can, and there's a little hopper clock under here. It's a little bit different than one I may have shown you before. It's a little bit faster than previous ones that I've built. So we've got a comparator running into a repeater, and then there's another comparator on subtraction, and we're going to have fewer problems with potential overflow issues there, and it is pretty quick. But if you were to chuck an item in there and then let that go, yeah, so there we go. It throws items down to a set of lava down here, which I currently have covered up because yeah, I was testing stuff and I wanted to make sure that I did not, accidentally burn up something that I wanted to keep. But we'll get that cleaned up later. Let's show one more thing, I think. No, let's go up. Let me see what we've got up here. Hopefully I don't encounter any mobs. I've had mobs showing up here. Creepers and zombies and all sorts of good things. But you can see right here we've got another is that on? That should not be on. That is on. No wonder I'm getting major lag. Let's go back down here. May have to check that out, but I think that the mob farm is on. That's why we're having some lag issues here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that later. Let's go downstairs and see what else we've got down here. Because the storage system is ready to go, I went ahead and connected the item streams to, instead of that lineup of hoppers right here, I've connected it to the item elevator right there, and that goes all the way through the center of this tower. You can see the switch to the witch farm right there. The redstone block is currently extended, and yeah, so we've got that going. And honestly, we don't need the witch farm running all the time anymore because we're pretty well stocked with items. Yeah. But I have to move the rest of that, and I also have to decorate. There's one piece left up here in the storage system, and it might be obvious, it might not, so let me just point it out. We need a roof, okay? I'm not going to do that on this episode because we're getting to the end of our time together today. So what I am going to do is put another stop right there for getting to the maintenance area. But then we're going to put a roof on here, just cover this up so you don't have to see this when you come into the sorting room. But if you've got any ideas for that, feel free to let me know either in the comments below or on Twitter at MCSoapTheGreat. Let's see what else. Because we are done up here, we can begin moving. So by the time that we are back together up here in this base, I should have all of the chests down there taken apart and everything moved in up here, and we should be really starting all of our projects up here from now on, okay? So we're close, very close, ladies and gentlemen, to moving out of our hidey hole, which is pretty exciting. Now, it doesn't mean that we are done with this base. It is still a rather ugly tower, okay? It doesn't have much going on. We need to put a little bit of a design facade on it, and we're going to be getting going on that really soon, and I am excited about that. I'm not so excited for the resource collection, but maybe we can arrange our prices in the commercial district to help us towards that end, and maybe we can I don't know, see about getting some help from some fellow TooCraftians, but we'll see. That's neither here nor there, and that's not the point of this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. What do you think about this storage system? I'm really excited about it. I'm glad we have something a little more professional looking, and yeah, just let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.